about the human destiny. We are destined to ultimately go to perfection. Maybe bending our ways and going after life. We may ultimately reach which is human destiny. Just as a drop of water falling anywhere, it has to reach the ocean sooner or later. On the way it may get evaporated, again be steam and then form a cloud, again may come upon earth, again it may evaporate, again it may come down. Someday or the other it will leave the sea. So, these souls, in their ignorance, they may loiter, they may not take life seriously, and they may take millions of years. But one day, that hunger for the divine will awaken in them, and they are bound to reach that place from where they have come. They will have to emerge, they will have to merge in that infinite from where they have come. Just like a seed, it has to become a tree, because from there it has come. The whole tree is potential in the seed. It is not for nothing that this seed wants to sprout, wants to come out, wants to come into its own. That is a tree. This craving is because it is already there. So, this is the human destiny. Now we come to a very vital subject. Human destiny is all right. But what is an individual has to do? How one should fashion one's life? If that is a human destiny, is there any way to expedite it? Can we so arrange our life so that this period is reduced, minimized? If one day or the other we have to reach that human destiny, why not expedite it? Why remain lingering? Why remain in suspense in this cycle of life and death? Why not expedite our liberation? What is the way for it? What an individual has to do? This is a very vital question. And if the mind is sufficiently mature, then that mind thinks very seriously about it. It is one thing to know about the universal problems, as I said, human destiny. What is progress? What is perfection? What is human destiny? They are all big problems, very universal problems. But one has to work out the individual problem. As you know, Swami Vivekananda, he, at the of his Guru, he got enlightenment, and many things he came to know, many higher things he came to know about life, about human whole, about human destiny, about the salvation of the whole world, the salvation of the people of his own country. Many things he came to know at the feet of his masters. But still he was not very sure what he is to do in life, about his own life, how he is to conduct, what he is to do, what he is cut for, what he is ordained for, what purpose he should fulfill, what he is called upon to do. These things were not clear to him. That's why we come from his biography that after the demise of his Guru, he left the place and then he had to spend many years in traveling to discover the mission of his life. He was not sure. He thought over this, thought over that. He saw the circumstances in which he was born, and it took years, it took some time to come to a conclusion. And it was at Kanyakumari, as we know from his biography, that it was on this rock that ultimately the vision of his life dawned on him. He discovered what he is supposed to do. The divine vision he came face to face with. And that is how his life took a direction. He was a wanderer till then, and it was rightly called the wandering monk. He was a monk, no doubt, but a wandering monk. The person who has some purpose in life, he doesn't wander. You wander when you don't get a thing. When you get a thing, then you have a direction. That is a path. It is not called wandering. It is a path of life you take, course you take. So, that wandering monk was transformed here into a man with a mission. One who was till then a wandering monk, he became a man with a mission on this rock. This happens to everybody. This should happen to everybody. In fact, the life begins. Individual life begins when you have discovered the mission of your life, the purpose of your life. You must have some direction fixed, and that direction gives meaning to each and every act of yours. That direction pervades your life. The goal, the human goal we have seen, human destiny we have seen, the individual goal. What are you to do here and now, in this life? In this life what you are doing? Life is small. As it is called, life is short and art is long. Life is very short. If you really analyze, if you pay attention to the realities of life, you will find that life is so short that it is just the morning of life. You don't know when the evening has come. It is time to depart. So swiftly the time runs, and you must do something worthy in one life. You have no time to waste. In the scheme of things you find, how much time you wait? For 20 years you are minor. You don't know. You are ignorant. You don't know the way of the world. You have not even leave aside divine wisdom. You have not attained even worldly wisdom. You have not even got that wisdom truth. Even to get worldly wisdom, you require 21 years when you are called major. You are studying. You go in primary school, you go in high school, you graduate yourself, you acquire some knowledge, working knowledge, not that you become very knowledgeable, working knowledge of the world. You can do some business, you can do some service, take a job, look after yourself, look after your parents. Small thing you are able to do. That for that you require 21 years. Then you start your career. By the time you become 60 years, why 60? What your body, mind will deteriorate. You are not the same vigor as you were at the age of 30. Your watershed begins. The peak perhaps is 40, perhaps is 45, depending upon how you spent your early life. Whether you have done special care you have taken to keep your mental and physical stamina intact. If you have not done anything like that, then perhaps at the age of 40, at the most 45, the moon begins to wane, moon of your life begins to wane. So hardly you get 30 years working period, say from 20 to 50 at the most, unless you are very fortunate, your intellectual apparatus doesn't age with age. Your physical stamina retains for a quite long time. That requires God's grace and your own efforts. That is also accidental. In the young age, if you get good company, then you will be induced to do or take care of keeping your body, mind and the inner being intact. You don't waste. You don't fritter away your energies. That is all a chance. Ordinarily, you get only from 20 to 50, 30 years. That is your active life. That means what your mind thinks, your body can translate to action. Later on, even if your mind thinks, your body will refuse. It has no stamina. You don't have the courage, because if you think something big, which means adventure, your body has deteriorated, can't think of adventure. So, say 30 years for life. What mighty little you can do in 30 years. So, you see the small span of life that it takes to do something worthy of himself, worthy of being called a human being. After a great us get this human birth, you see all around, the eatable world, the animal world, bird world, insect world. If you look within, you will thank God that you are not that worm, you are not that dog, you are not cat. You are not just vegetating like plants. You have been born a human being. Perhaps something you have done in life, sin which has entitled you for this higher life. From this higher life you would like to go still higher. How will you do it? If you while away your time, fritter away your energies, perhaps there is every likelihood that you will go down instead of going up. So this life is a very valuable life, and one should realize it. And in a very early life, what you are supposed to do, what path you are going to take, that must be said to you. It is a great privilege to be able to decide upon the plan of life in the very morning of your life. Because unless you set some purpose before you, set some plan, unless you decide upon destination where you are going, you are just living from moment to moment, not knowing where to go. You are a wanderer. When Buddha was asked this question, when he came from the rock, people flocked out him and asked him, what did you get on the rock? You stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights. What did you obtain? He said, the thing for which I wandered intellectually and physically all these years, that thing I want. Wandered mentally and physically in search of what am I to do, in what best manner I can plan my life. There were problems before him, whether you jump headlong into the liberation movement. Country needed as many people as possible to get the country relieved from the foreign yoke. That was the time when Britishers were ruling here. The entire subcontinent under British rule. A challenge to any youth. So that challenge was before him. What to do? Shall I jump headlong into it? At the same time he saw all around the condition of the society. The society, all the norms, all the fabric of the society is broken. The whole society is divided into castes and subcastes and classes and subclasses, rivalries, envies. No direction, directionless. The whole society has been covered, groaning under this rule and that rule, or 500 years under the Mughal rule, 100, 200 years under the British rule. Whole society groaning under that yoke of foreign rulers. Therefore the whole fabric of society was broken. No backbone in society. Lot of superstitions were rampant. Lot of useless customs had developed. Society was going weak and everything was getting distorted. The whole framework of the society was being broken. And then the religion, the soul of this country, the Godwardness, the national ethos, that also was distorted. In the name of religion, what things were not going on in this country at that time. So whether to jump headlong into this liberation struggle, or whether to take up this challenge of the times and take up this work of social reform, or whether to regenerate this spiritual basis of this country. All these major problems were before. He had not before him any personal career. He had left it long back. He took time to consider the propriety of choosing this work or that work, because all these great challenges were before him. He had to accept one or the other. And he wanted a sort of divine intervention. All were equal. He wanted the divine guidance. He wanted for the call from within, call from divine. He would have taken any work, but he wanted that some higher powers should guide his destiny. And that was how he wanted those answers from the mother herself. Therefore he went to that rock, went to the place where Mother Kumari went, meditated on Lord Shiva. He went to that place with this faith that you will get the answer. You invoke the mother to get the answer. And he got the answer. And his vision, he got up from his meditation. So, as you see, in the case or in the life of Swami Vivekananda, in the same way, every individual thinks seriously about himself. What he is to do in life? The general trend is like this. You don't decide anything. You just live from moment to moment. You don't go in a direction with determination. You want to do this now, you want to do that now. Something today, something tomorrow, something day after. You come across something, you are attracted by it. You feel like going in that direction. The other day you come across something else and you feel like following that example. So from moment to moment you live. What happens to the animals? They live from moment to moment. Say for example, a pig is here in Vivekananda Kendra. It eats something here. Somebody comes and drives it. It goes there. Eats there. It has no choice. It has no preferences. It can eat here, it can as well eat there. If driven from there, it may as well eat on the street. Whatever are the circumstances, circumstances will decide where it is to go. Where it is to go, the circumstances will decide. The product of circumstances. It is the atmosphere all around that will decide where is to go, where is to stand, what it is to do. This is living from moment to moment. Now you feel this desire, you go on fulfilling that desire. Then you get some other desires, you go on fulfilling that desire. This is living from moment to moment, desiring from moment to moment, feeling from moment to moment, thinking from moment to moment, acting from moment to moment. Nothing like a course of action, plan of life, nothing like destination. Nothing like destination. There are two kinds of lives. Two kinds of lives. Life from moment to moment and a purposive life. A purposive life. you decide upon a purpose. This I have to do. And then to serve that purpose, to achieve that thing, what path you should take, that path you follow. The other paths are worth rejecting. A traveler, he has only one path. If one has to go to Varanasi, to go to Varanasi means you cannot take any train, you cannot take any route. There is only one route. There is only one route going to Varanasi. There is only one direction that goes to Varanasi. If you stand on the platform, you will wait for the train going to Varanasi. There may be crowd in that train. But only because there is a crowd in the train and the other train going to Bombay is empty, you won't board that train. If anybody advises that why are you unnecessarily trying to get yourself in that compartment which is so crowded, better board this train, it's quite empty, but it goes to Bombay. You will say, I will not go to Bombay. It may be empty, but I am not enamored of empty trains. I want to go to Varanasi. It may be crowded. It may involve lot of trouble. I may have to go standing. But I prefer to go standing to Varanasi, because I have to go to Varanasi, instead of going sleeping in the Bombay train. So a person who is a traveler, who has some destination before him, he takes one track. Always an idealist, always a purposive life means one track. There are 100 tracks. In the world there are 100 things you can do. You have to choose one and reject all others. It is more the rejection in life that is important. When you choose, after all you choose only one. When you choose one, you reject millions. Reject millions. Choosing involves rejection outright. So, if you have to choose what you have to do, once you choose your purpose, once you set your eyes on the goal of life, purpose of life, the mission of life, what you are going to do in this life. If you don't choose it, you will be confused. Life is a great labyrinth. It's so many lanes and bylanes and roads, and if you enter from one, you will never get out of it. All 30 years you will be wandering and wandering and wandering. You will never get at it. So you must decide very early in life where you have to go. Suppose you go into the library. How you get confused? Lot of books you see. Philosophy, religion, history, geography, light literature, drawing, painting, become arts, sciences. Can you hope to go through all books even in this library in your life? If you take this book, scan the pages, oh, very nice, I will read afterwards. Take this book, scan the pages, oh, very wonderful, I have not seen this before. Okay, what's reading? If you go on like this, you will get confused. What to read? So vast the material. You want to prepare a list. One life will not be enough. Hundreds of lives, even if you think of reading these books, the books will not exhaust. Your million lives will be exhausted. So in this small span of life, what are you going to do? If you are a wise man, you will decide. I will do this, I will read this, this is my way. And studiously you will reject others. You will have to use your power of determination in rejecting many. So, you must be able to reject. You must be able to reject. You must introspect. You must know what you have to do, what you are cut for, what are your aptitudes, what is the equipment you have come here with. Know your limitations. Know your potentialities. See the circumstances all around. God has sent you here. God has not sent you in America. God has not sent you in Africa. He chose to send you here. See the circumstances. Understand the atmosphere. Vivekananda went to Kanyakumari for what? He said, let me see the country. Let me feel the pulse of my country. Let me go on foot. Let me see in which country I have been born. What is the condition? Let me meet the princess. Let me meet the hut dwellers. Let me meet the man on the street. Let me meet the man in the palace. Let me meet erudite scholars. Let me meet ignorant persons. I'll feel the pulse of the people. Then I will know what I am supposed to do. So, you see where you have been born, where you have been sent, where God chose to send you. Understand the purpose, understand the divine design. There will be divine design. You are not an accident. You are not come here accidentally. It is not an accident. You may think it is an accident. Some may float the theory that everybody is born as an accident. Nothing is accident in this world. This world is well designed, well planned. The designer has not slipped into something. Everything is well planned. All is well and wisely put. All is well and wisely put. The stars are there, the mountains are there, the rivers are there, plants are there, everything. There is a definite purpose behind every existence, whether it is a solar system or whether it is an atom, whether it is a dust, whether it is an insect, or whether it is as big an existence as solar system, the sun and the moon and the planets, their orbit. Everything is well planned. So you also find that you are also a result of the divine planning. Now one has to discover what he has to do. And he must apply his mind to choosing the path he has to take. Once you take the path, then only thing remains, implement it. Life is spent in implementing that plan. Decide upon it. And for that, don't have your eyes outward. Make your eyes inward. Discovery You won't discover what you are meant for, what you are cut for, what you are designed for, if you look out. Otherwise it will happen like this. Suppose you go, there is a musical concert, and you see, you hear Shivalakshmi. Then you are so much impressed. You feel, I can be such a singer. What a nice thing it would be. How she moves the crowds. How divine this music is. If I have this gift, if I develop this gift, how nice it would be. And you feel like joining a class for music. Seriously, you think about it. Join a class for music. Taking inspiration from what you saw or you experienced when you were in the concert, musical concert. Suppose after 15, 20 days or 1 month or 2 months, you go and witness a great wrestling. Jivisco is wrestling. Tara Singh is wrestling. And you are impressed. So what a nice thing. What a gigantic power. What one human being can do. And you feel like building your muscles. And you join some wrestling school and begin to do dumbbells and do chest expander and single bar, double bar, all sorts of exercises. And yet one fine morning you are face to face with some Swami giving a lecture on Gita, Upanishad. You feel, oh, nothing like Sanskrit. If one has to be really, one has to be steeped in this real knowledge, one must know Sanskrit. I must be a Vedic scholar. All these days I was denied this. I must now be a scholar. I must be a Vedic scholar. I must be the person who would know all the 4 Vedas. And you begin to start, you begin to recite, learn by heart Rama, Rama, Rama. Well, this is called living from moment to moment. You are either inwards or either outwards. You get impressed by this, get impressed by that. You see this, you see that. You look within. Find out what you are cut for. What are your aptitudes? What are your potentialities? What you can rise up to? What is that grain in you which will make you rise high? Do you possess anything? Have you the potentialities? And you will, if you look within properly, you will find that, oh, you have got immense potentialities. And then you will try to know what are the circumstances, what is the atmosphere, what is the situation. And then you decide, you come upon the right thing in your meditation, in your introspection, for days together, taking an objective view of things, making yourself stand before you, and to scan the person, find out what this person is capable of, what this person is cut for, take an objective view of things, and then one day you will feel, yes, I have discovered the mission of my life. Now I know what am I to do. Now the point is fixed. The point is fixed. I got the center of my life. Now I shall weave my life around this center. You must get the center of your life. You must get the purpose of your life. Every individual, every person, he is not born, he is born with a purpose, divine purpose. Don't think that it is just some coincidence. There is no coincidence in life, coincidence in the world. What appears to be as coincidence, it may appear to be as coincidence because our knowledge is limited. But everything has a cause. Every cause is an effect. Every effect shows unmistakably some cause. You may not know it because your knowledge is not so comprehensive. You are not omniscient. Therefore you don't know it. You put a stone in the tank, ripples start. The ripples you see 1, 2, 3, 4, they are advancing. Ultimately these ripples, you have put a stone, it has its effect. You will not be able to trace the effect. The ripples go to the other shore, the other end. Your knowledge is so limited that you are not able to trace ultimately what they lead to. In the carom board, you strike, all the pieces go helter-skelter. It is not helter-skelter. For you it is helter-skelter. But the striker, it strikes at a particular point and there is a mathematical relationship. If that striker strikes a particular thing and that particular thing moves another particular thing, at what angle, with what force, with what momentum, it will go ahead. For you, it will be scattered all over the carom board. You will say, just they are scattered, aimlessly, at random. Nothing is at random. Nothing is at random. So, we must understand that there is a divine plan. And if every little thing has some purpose to serve, has something to accomplish, my life also has something to serve. Something to accomplish. And what is that? That you have to find out. The earlier you find out, your further life is ensured. Further life's activity, it gets demarcated. It becomes meaningful. Then every book that you will read, every action that you will do, it will have relation with the object, with the purpose that you have kept before yourself. Then when you enter the library, you will not be confused, because your purpose of life is this. To serve that purpose, what book I read? You will not go to the other shelf at all. You are rejected there. With thousands of books, am I to read the thousands of books? No, not for this life. He is rejected because One life, one mission. In one life you cannot do 100 missions. Life is so small. You can afford to fulfill one mission, a small mission. And therefore, your this power of selection and rejection, what to select and what to reject, it's a great asset. If you develop, if you get this insight, what to select and what to reject, this, that is a rudder that gives a direction where you are going. Only one line you can take. You see, vast ocean is there. The ship goes. Ship goes, say, from here it goes to London. Only one small tract follows. The entire vast ocean, it doesn't touch. It is going through the ocean. But it is not at all disturbed. It is not at all mindful of the entire vast ocean. Miles and miles. It only takes to one route. So, that is a rudder that gives direction. So in this our life, we have to take one single track, rejecting all other tracks. Rejecting all other tracks. And therefore, when you get this, then you are not right. Anybody has anything, do this, do that, read this, read that, you know what is there, what should be done, what I should go. You are very simple. Thank you, this is not the life. Life is at what is within this life, you don't decide. Nothing in life. Wrong chatter. So we will not at all be disappointed. This is important. If you have achieved something like, then sooner you make this purpose, sooner you fix this, what is to be done? What is to be done? The master plan of life. I quite understand the circumstances may come. You may think of going this way and some other extraneous, unforeseen things may come and you may have to adjust, negotiate. They are small things, small adjustments, small deviations. But your direction, even in the ship going to a particular place, it has also to make some diversions here and there. Main directions remain the same. In the same way, the master plan, this is to be done. The destination, I have to go to that place. If there is accident, if there is something has happened on the way, you may just take a circuitous route and go. You may have to change from train to bus, bus to river crossing. Some adjustment you may have to do, but the direction is decided upon. All your energies, they are well concentrated, well channelized. And the earlier you do it, the greater are the possibilities of you are being able to do something concrete in life, because time is short. You know, we play kabaddi. Almost everybody must have played kabaddi. What do we see in the game of kabaddi? Two parties, with a central line, and one player goes to the other other sphere with held up breath, says kabaddi, 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 and wants to touch somebody, come back. That is the game. So when he crosses the central line, what he has to do? He knows that he will be there, he will be allowed to be there, only till he holds his breath. Just one breath. He cannot take second breath. In one breath, he has to see and show his performance. If he goes from left to right and right to left and left to right and jumps and screams and this and comes empty-handed, what people will say? That only he just danced here and there and just came empty-handed. Nothing to his credit. No fight, no tussle, no struggle, no adventure. Just he wasted some of his breath, came empty-handed. So, in this life you are given this much time. Just in the game of kabaddi you are given that much time, one breath. When you feel that now my breath is coming to an end, I am getting exhaustion, you immediately return. Otherwise, you will not return, you will be out. You will be a casualty. So, life is so short. And I just sometimes feel, well, just the other day I was going to primary school. I remember my encounter with my teachers, and see, today I am in the beginning of my life. Just the other day I was like this. All the sport, all the things that I did, it is vividly before my eyes. Life is so sweet. Time runs so swiftly. And then, now I may feel, well, how nice it would have been had I learned Sanskrit, had I done that, had I done this. I didn't care to do this when I could have done this. I wasted my time. Then so many things come into my mind. But it's too late. These things should have come to you when there was the possibility of you doing those things. So, every minute, every moment is important. Catch the time by forelock, he said. Catch the time by forelock. Don't allow the time to be wasted. You so plan your day and night. Take sleep just what is necessary. Take rest just what is necessary. Talk only when is necessary. Don't prattle. Everything you do with some feeling of earnestness, because time is valuable. You have to do so many things. You have to achieve so many things. This time you will not get afterwards. This is a formative period. You can afford to learn, afford to acquire knowledge, afford to acquire experience. When you are in the thick of life, when you are in the thick of battle, when you are in the stream of life, you will get hardly time to look back. So this early stage of life, this formative stage, this is not for whiling away. No wastage, no leakage. So that you store you acquire will maybe use later with benefit, fruitfully utilized, purposefully utilized. But then for that also, again I repeat, you must decide what you have to do. What is the direction you have to take? And this much you have understood that the goal of life, human destiny is perfection. Going towards God realization. You must be on the path of God realization. This way or that way. There are many ways of God realization. According to your attitude, choose it. And with this patience that, well, I may not achieve that in this life, but I will pave the way for other life. I may go to some target in this life. Next life I may go further. Third life I may go still further. But I must be on that path. We will decide upon the path. The main path. And that path should be of God realization. Because that is the human destiny. You have to go there. Why late? Why loiter? Why not expedite? If it is a divine plan, let me work out the divine plan. I will get the satisfaction of having worked out the divine plan. You see, to be the instrument in the hands of divinity, what a great joy there. Whatever is the divine plan, I will expedite it. So let me be on the path of God realization. And four main paths. You have to choose one of the four first. This is the master plan. One of the four paths. As Swamiji has said, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do it either by work or worship, or psychic control or philosophy. These are the four paths. We happen to come together because we have taken this first path, work. It is through work we want to attain God realization. Work. That work is qualified. What is that work? In what way it is to be done? What is this technique? What are the do's and don'ts? That we shall decide, we shall think about later. These are the four paths. We have come here because all of us have chosen this path. Work or worship, psychic control or philosophy. We have chosen work. Nija paramahita karma yoga igadishta. We have chosen this karma yoga, this work as our path. Nija paramahita. That means for the God realization. What is the paramahita? What is the highest good of ours? Highest good is to attain Godhood, God realization. So, Nija paramahita artha, karma yoga igadishta. We have accepted this. Accepting this we have come. Now, we have to, having made this broad choice, then we have to charter the whole way. So this is, in short, the whole philosophy of life. How from childhood to adulthood we march from target to target, leaving behind different landmarks. Ultimately how God realization, reaching divinity, reaching perfection is the human destiny. And how in individual life to reach and to attain that, how you have to decide upon the path, how you have to make a choice. Broad choice from among the four paths. And after choosing a path, then fill up the details, fill up the whole master plan. So I have placed before you one important aspect of the philosophy of life. Tomorrow morning I would like to invite questions, and tomorrow evening I shall not be available. You will also have to attend. There is going to be a meeting of all workers. You may be knowing that, or some of the workers from outside, there is a union, the Communist Union, Kanyakumari district. They have instigated some workers of the Raghunath administration, and they have been creating a lot of trouble for the last 2-3 years. And now they were to strike from 5th. Now they have postponed their strike and it is to take place from 15th. So, to take our workers into confidence and talk to them tomorrow evening and to talk to them. So, I think it is 6 o'clock or 5:30, I don't know. 6:30. So, if in the morning we shall have question answers. In the evening there will be no class. We will all be present in the meeting. And day after tomorrow, we shall go further. Question answer session. And those questions were pertaining to the preceding discourses, from selfishness or self-interest to self-realization. What are the different landmarks in human life that we have seen? We have also seen that what is the human destiny, and after that we switched on to the topic that what is the purpose of life in every individual life. Human destiny is all right, but every individual has to work out his own destiny, and he has to think about his own self, what he is to do. He has to discover the purpose of his life, the meaning of his life, and accordingly he has to conduct his affairs. In the same context, I have referred to the master plan of life. When we plan, we should plan in a comprehensive way. It is not planning at all. If it is a plan in patchworks, the entire thing is to be kept before one's view, and then the planning is to be made. For example, when we thought of this Vivekananda Kendra, when we put up the memorial, and while we were engaged in putting up the memorial, because we had some conception about things to follow, we thought of having some land on the shore for our future activities. And in one of our revolutions, in 1966-67, we adopted this resolution that we should have 100 acres of land at Kanyakumari for our future activities. And accordingly, we took about 3-4 years to get that land. Immediately we did not get, but over a period from 3-4 years we took to get a sizable piece of land. And this land that we see is purchased from 180 parties. It is not one person who has grown this land, bit by bit, standing on the rock. We have an imaginary line connecting the main road to the sea. And we thought that the land should be in between the sea and the main road, so that the memorial comes just in front of our land. There must be shore, and the land must be in front of the rock memorial. Of course, it must be on the seashore. And then we should have another end to the main road. So we thought some imaginary line we drew, and on that line we worked slowly. We tried to negotiate with private parties. Many of them were Christians, and the word had already went out that these people should not be given any foothold here. Nobody part with the land. For a year or so, we tried to develop that, but we could not get even an inch here. But because we continue striving, we used a person who was known to be fond of purchasing land and selling land. So such a person we got hold of, and we made him our sort of broker. And he purchased some land here because he could get it. He purchased in his own name. They did not have, people did not have any inkling that we are purchasing it. He purchased and made agreements. In the agreements it was written me or my nominee. So only at the time of registration, the Vivekananda Committee came to picture, and we got some land here. Once we got the land, then slowly we negotiated with the adjoining owners, neighbors, and with some difficulty we could reach the shore. Anyway, there was little diversion. When we purchased the land, we had a master plan of this land. Land has been purchased. At that time, it was not completely purchased. Some 60 acres, 50 acres were purchased, another 60, 40 acres were to be purchased. So 100 acres we calculated. And what is to be done with this 100 acres? Which thing will come where? And how are we to utilize this 100 acres? Why should we need 100 acres? It was not just arbitrarily that we decided that we should have 100 acres. We had some conception, we had some idea about the activity, and we thought we shall need 100 acres. And accordingly, then we got an architect from Bombay. We had a number of discussions with him, and he understood all what we wanted. and then made a master plan of undertakers. And we may not have funds at the moment to put up buildings which were to come according to the master plan. But as and when the funds will come, what building will come where? One building may come at the road, one building may come at the shore, some other building may come at some other place. According to the master plan, the sites of building and the things for which the building will be used were all decided. And accordingly, then we started. For example, that side is meant for visitors. All the visitors who come, their accommodation is on the other side of the Nala. On this side of the Nala, we wanted some meditation so that it should not be just a draining thing. And then our training center, then the stadium, then the statue point, then the beach garden, and the land for extension, all that. So the whole master plan was prepared, and we are now implementing the master plan as and when we get funds. Now there is no confusion. We are not going, but now we have some funds, so what we should do, we should put building here. Then we should go there. That's not like that. What building will come where, we already decided about the master plan. And when the funds come, we put up the building at that particular site. This is called master plan. If there is a master plan for the land, just a insignificant thing. You have purchased the land and you have a master plan for the land. There should be a master plan for life. Master plan for life. Taking a comprehensive view of life. What are you going to do in life? What are the objectives? What is the purpose? What direction you are going to take? You should not just think one thing today and another thing tomorrow. These two things having no relation to each other. This can't be a planned life. When you are mature enough to think about your life, you think about the whole life, have a comprehensive view of the whole life, and then you decide upon things that you have to do in order of priorities. So this is what is implied in master plan. According as one is told to think, one may plan one's life. It will not be just one pattern. It depends upon one's own conceptions. Even in our ordinary life we see that people have different notions. This is told about some people in Chhattisgarh. In Chhattisgarh area, there is a backward area, and the people who live there, the Bastar state, and the adjoining area. It is told about them that when a person gets up in the morning, before one gets up, while he is sleeping and yet to get up, the hills there, the goats will stay there, the inside goes far. The man will stretch his leg and just reach his leg to the earthen pots. And if the earthen pots are heavy with rice or this or that, and he is sure that there is some vice in it. As soon as he feels that the other parts, at least one other part is heavy and there is some vice in it, then he will again sleep. Because there is rice, today I can't go to work. We shall see tomorrow. So there is no hurry about getting up. So he sleeps afresh. That means those persons, they plan for a day. They plan only for a day. If for the day, if every provision is there, then they need not think of tomorrow. They need not think of tomorrow. Their planning is for the day. Some people, they plan for the year. For example, businessmen. Their all accounts are for the year. Whatever they decide for the year. They have a balance sheet for the year. And from year to year they go. They seldom think of what they are going to do the following year. The following year means that there comes a mission side. On the eve of that, beginning of that year, they may think. But a businessman thinks of the year. A commercial man thinks only of the year. Some people may be thinking of a life, thinking that this is the beyond and the end of life. We have been born now, we shall be one day, we shall be dead. There is no life thereafter. When you are born before the birth, we don't know where we are. So we should not worry about what we were in the past and what we are going to be in the future. This is the life. And taking this life alone to be real, we have to plan. So therefore in this life we must do this, we must do that, we must take this enjoyment, we must do this enjoyment, otherwise we shall be denied. Another life we are not going to get it. This is the end of life. When you go to the grave, you finish. So whatever is to be done, whatever is to be achieved, whatever is to be enjoyed, here and now, only one life. And we can't think of any other life, though philosophers may talk about it. But for him, reality is only one life. This is the beyond and end all. And therefore all pleasures, all enjoyments, if you miss the bus, another bus is not going to come. So you must see as a wise man that you enjoy everything and plan the life on the basis that this is the be-all and the end of. Some people may not subscribe to this theory. They think that, well, I have not come on this earth all of a sudden. I have the past and I will have future. Many lives I have left behind, and many lives I have to live afterwards. It is only a sojourn here. The very fact that I am here and my equipment and everything that I possess, it has not come from the skies. I have earned it, and it is a legacy of my past lives. And what I am going to do now will pave the way for my future lives. What I am to do in my next life will depend upon what I do in this life. Because what I am in this life is the direct result of what I was in the previous lives. So he takes a view of things, not a day, not a year, not here and now, one life. He takes a very comprehensive view of life. even state his imagination when he must have started his life, his journey. And as a beginningless and endless, in between so many lives, going life after life. So this comprehensive view has to be taken if one is mature enough, if one is wise enough, one understands the significance of the world. This is the comprehensive view of life. So when I say that we should have a master plan of life, we should have a master plan of life. So that means that we have to think of this life in the context of past lives and with full understanding that this life is going to be the foundation for the successive lives. With this understanding, both of the past and the future, the life is to be planned. This is what I call the master plan of life. And that is why it is called master plan. It is not only a patchwork, not only improvisation. You do something, then something strikes you, then do something, then something strikes you, do something occurs to you, then you change your course and do something. Not like that. You have the whole thing before you. You understand the significance of this life, which has come from before, and which is to flow into many successful lives. Then depends upon your performance in this life. So, this I say, call as master plan. There may be actions from moment to moment. You may not take a long view of things. Who thinks of tomorrow, who thinks of next year, or who thinks of next birth, or why should we worry about what we were in the past? You see what you see around, and whatever you feel like doing now, do it now. Tomorrow, whatever you feel like doing, do it tomorrow. This is living from moment to moment. This is what I call living from moment to moment. This is exactly what I mean, living from moment to moment. Depending upon the atmosphere, depending upon the congeniality or the adversity of things. Just as you see the pig wandering here or the cow wandering here, it has no plan. What she used to do this whole day. The cow begins grazing here, somebody drives from there, it goes there, somebody drives from there also, she leaves the place and goes to the third place. In this way, if trouble comes here, she will go to some other place. Or depending upon circumstances. Where she will go, where the dog will go, where ultimately it will land itself in, they don't know. Left to circumstances. I remember in my younger days, when I was in Nagpur, my house was on main road. And so I used to sit in the balcony and just see on the road happenings. So I used to observe a very interesting thing used to happen every 10-15 days, every month. there was at Nagpur arrangement by the municipality. The stray cattle, they are to be rounded up and taken to the Kanji house. Round it is called. Nagpur it was called Kanji house. Kanji house means where stray cattle, they are rounded up and they are put. Then the owners, when they find that their cow is missing, their lamb is missing, their goat is missing, then they presume that it must have been taken to the Kanja. Then they go to the Kanja and say, then the Kanja Sala says, you don't take care of your cattle and you have to pay the penalty. They can't just wander here and there and be a nuisance to the public. So then he will pay some penalty, 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, and then he will take either a goat or cow or whatever it is. That was the system. So I used to see how these cattle or how these cows were rounded up. So that was a thing worth witnessing. Some 4 or 5 porters with danda in hand, with their khaki uniform, they would come and they would look at the cow. Now this cow is to be taken to the Kanji house. How it is to be taken? So they will come and surround the cow. 4 or 5 people. Then suppose the Kanji house is in this direction. Then those 4 or 5 people will drive the cow. And while driving the cow, they will block all the roads, except the one road going to the Kanji house. So the cow will try to force entry on this road, there will be one standing with danda. So at once the cow will say, oh, this road is not meant for us. They will leave that road. That lane, other lane, all the lanes, all the roads and lanes blocked. At once the person will come with danda. Then the cow will take that road or that lane which slowly ultimately goes to the Kanji house. Then when the cow goes there, then the whole batch will come forward. And suppose the Kanji house is on this road, but ultimately it has to go to this door. So they will allow the cow to go. And when the crossing comes, they will again stand there. And then from that they will divert. In this way, the cow will go as if voluntarily on its own accord by the road which is desired by the municipal porters. And ultimately, where is civil land? Ultimately in the Kanji house. When the Kanji house is approaching, then they will surround her and only the Kanji house gate will be open. Go inside. It is just like you see the individual lives. Many of youngsters, they find their way to the Kanji house. There is difficulty from here, there is difficulty from there. Somebody wants to be a doctor. Just pious wish, an innocent wish, I want to be a doctor. To be a doctor means you have to study, you have to get those marks, you have to then merit that he permanently forgets. And then he says that he doesn't get proper marks. So what does he do? Oh, that road is blocked. Doctor is not possible. Let us be only some other subjects to take and be BSc. You become BSc. And you go on in this. You wanted to be a doctor, and perhaps you end in becoming a tailoring master. So, because that avenue is blocked, another avenue is blocked, you are not paid a price for going by that road, everything has a price. If you want to do something, if you want to have something, then you have to pay the price for it. You won't get it gratis. So, when there is no particular determination that I have to go this way only, then ultimately, where you will be depend upon the atmospheric pressure. The atmosphere, the circumstances, all the situations, they develop in a particular way, then you will ultimately end in something. Just as the cow may be thinking, when she finds this road blocked, that road blocked. So when the cow gets a road, gets a lane, and she may be thinking, see they call themselves rational animals, call themselves very intelligent, but see they block all my road, I ultimately got one road, and I am sort of straight going. In this way she may be thinking that I have ultimately got a road, those people are trying to block my way. Only when ultimately she goes to the Ganji house, then she may realize that ultimately I have come to a place where these people wanted me to land. So in the same way, many people